So what is gain? Gain is simply how much you amplify your input signal. So guitar amplifiers and light amplifiers, also known as night vision goggles, have gain knobs. And you do the same thing, but one does it for light and one does it for sound. So the way night vision works is a single photon will hit the first filter and it'll convert it into a single electron. And then as it goes through the intensifier tube, it clumps on more electrons onto that original electron. And then when it reaches the end of the tube, it converts it back into photons, thus making the original image brighter. Guitar amplifiers work the same way. They convert vibrations from the strings into electricity. And then that electricity goes into the amplifier where it clumps on more electrons, that original input electron. And then it converts that big clump of electrons back into vibrations through the speaker, making the original signal substantially louder. So on a guitar amp, when you have the gain knob turned very low, the volume is low, but it's also very clear. So you get a really clear sound, but you don't get a lot of volume. So if we turn up the gain knob, we're going to turn up the volume, and we're also going to turn up the distortion. So the same thing happens with night vision goggles. As you turn up the input signal, you're going to get a brighter image, but you're also going to get a more distorted image. Now on a guitar amplifier, we also have a volume knob. So when you turn the volume knob down, but you leave the gain knob where it is, you're going to get less volume, but the same amount of distortion. So night vision goggles don't have, it would be called a brightness knob. So if we had a brightness knob on night vision goggles, you'd be able to turn down the brightness without affecting the amount of distortion and the amount you're amplifying the original image. So to summarize, gain is simply how much you amplify the input signal. The more you amplify an input signal, the brighter or louder it's going to be, but the more distortion you're going to add to it.